So one thing people find it difficult to believe is that there are a lot of different tech roles out there that you don't know about. Trust me, there are a lot of them. And in my last video, I talked about a lot of them, and I said I committed to sharing more details about what those roles are and how you can get into these big companies doing on those roles. So the first one I'm going to be talking about, there are quite a lot, and I can't discuss all of them in just one video. I'm going to be sharing this for today's one. I'm going to be sharing about the customer success account manager, what a customer success account manager is, what they do, because this is also relatable to every other company that has quite a lot of companies have customer success account managers, and they might call it customer success managers, customer success account manager, customer success team, customer success specialist, but it all means the same thing. They all mean the same thing. So that was the first role I did at Microsoft during my internship, 6 months internship. What customer success account manager is, they are like the kind of the middleman, right? So when you want to do an exchange, right, you want to swap your phone, there is always a middleman to make sure the transaction goes successfully. Every party, the two parties are happy and all. So customer success account managers are like that. At Microsoft, what customer success account managers does is that they work with customers. First of all, the role is customer facing. So which means is mostly physical, and for companies that have adopted hybrid, is practically going to be 3 times in the office, 2 times remote. And for companies that are fully remote, that doesn't mean it's still not customer facing. This means instead of visiting your customer physically, you'll be meeting your customers all the time via phone calls, via team meeting, Zoom meeting, Google meeting, whichever one the company that you are currently working, or the company that you are looking to join as a customer service account manager is using. So customer service account managers are very, very important in every organization. As their name is, as the title states, customer success account manager. So they are in charge of customer success within every organization. Customer success in terms of customer satisfaction, customer issue resolution. So practically a day in the life of a customer service account manager is around two things: the customer and the solution the customer is using in that particular organization. So for me, I worked closely with customers, my colleagues. So as a customer success account manager, you'll be working with your clients. You have like a portfolio of clients that will be assigned to you. In big organization, there is already a portfolio of clients. And in every organization, actually, as a customer success account manager, they will assign a number of accounts to you. Maybe some big organization will probably scope it in a way that each customer success account manager will focus on a particular industry, and their clients will be based on that particular industry. Let's say, for example, oil and gas. So all the customers that you have will be customers in oil and gas. Maybe financial services, right? Which means all your customers will be banks, insurance, and all. So what you practically do, or what they practically do, is first thing, if your customer raises an issue with a solution, right? You will be the one that gets the notification. If they're raising a support ticket internally through Microsoft support system, you also get notified. Most times, customer raise issues directly with their customer service account manager. They tell, most times they might not even send an email to make it official. They will just call you and say, hey, our Kubernetes service is down, or it's lagging, or something like that. And as a customer service account manager, you have to be responsible for making sure that that issue is responded to effectively, and making sure that the customer also is satisfied with the resolution that you are providing. So the resolution you are providing could be escalating the issue internally. It could also be trying to get an engineer, a customer engineer, that will work with the customer to resolve whatever the issue is. And another aspect of customer success account manager role is in terms of managing relationship. So building that relationship that will help your extended team to discover more opportunities within the customer environment, to do more sales, to upsell the current portfolio you guys have within that customer space. So a typical example is a Microsoft. Microsoft has a lot of products, a lot of solutions, right? So as a customer success account manager, your role is to make sure that whatever portfolio of services or product that a customer has within their environment, that is Microsoft, I make sure that they are using it, and using it to the maximum. Maximum means if it is a licensed product and they bought 20 licenses, and in their environment they are using only 5, you are not succeeding as a customer success account manager. Your success is when they are using that whole 50 or that whole 10 or whichever number that the customer bought, and they are coming to you to say we want more, or you are helping them to discover that they want what? More. So this is where another aspect of customer success account management comes in, which is what? Helping customer to strategize on their digital transformational journey. What that means is you are becoming a partner to the customer in terms of when they want to discuss strategy around digital transformation, when they want to discuss strategy around strategic projects, they loop you in, they bring you in as their technology partner to be an advisor to them in terms of shaping how that looks like. So now this means you are owning your customer relationship. So which is another aspect of what? Customer success account manager role. So this is really important, because this is where you are is not just your success, right? But also you are contributing to the success of your extended team, because these are the projects and the initiative that transition to opportunities that your account executive will then jump on, and your solution area especially, which I'm going to talk about that because I also did that role, is also going to jump on as an opportunity to help the customer implement those. So that is another aspect. I think this is like the third one I'm mentioning. And then the fourth one is orchestrator. Every customer success manager, customer success account manager, customer success client, customer success support, whatever, you are an orchestrator. Orchestrator means you are in charge of what? Managing collaboration with between your clients, your customer, and your company that hired you. Or because this is where you talk about how do your customer, right, interact internally with your company that employed you or you are working for. In my own case, Microsoft, right? How do my clients interact with Microsoft? The resources that I'm bringing, how am I able to make sure that the customer, my clients are in sync and aligned with what the resources I'm bringing for them, either to solve issue for them, to help them transform some initiative, or implement anything, work on project. It could be a project that you are currently leading within the customer space. How are you able to make sure that everybody is aligned? Everybody's vision is aligned. Everybody's mission. Everybody understands their goal, understands their work, understands what needs to be done. So you are like an orchestrator, orchestrating the relationship between your clients and also your colleagues. I mentioned earlier on, as a customer success account manager, you'll get to work with your account executive, you'll get to work with customer engineers, you'll get to work with solution area specialists, technical specialists, and other stakeholders. So you'll be the one to orchestrate those relationships, and most times you also be the one to do what we call discovery and introductory calls between your client or your customers and your internal team. So is an important role that even startups hire for. Is an important role that even startups do what? Hire for. So how are they measured? I think I've given some hints and insights on how you can even tell how they are measured on, right? First and foremost is customer satisfaction. Every company have different ways of measuring those metrics, right? And case resolution. Customer satisfaction, case resolution, upsell opportunity. How are you able to, upsell? Customer relationship management. How are you able to transform your relationship within your customer space into a partnership? So it's no longer just a relationship, but now a partnership where your clients and your customers are considering you first before they land any project. They come to you first before they initiate any strategy. So you are moving from just being a friend or managing ordinary relationship to being their core partner that helps them shape how their strategy looks like. So they are also measured on that, and they are measured on collaboration also. How are they able to collaborate, which what I talked about earlier in terms of orchestration. So in terms of opportunity, there are a lot of opportunity out there on this particular role. There are a lot of opportunities, and as I said earlier on, even startups hire for this role. This is one of the roles that I know, regardless of how small the organization is, regardless of how small the company is, you need a customer success manager. Some organizations will call them support specialists, but they do the role of a customer success manager, where you have clients that you are managing. And this happens most times with startups. With startup, there is limited resources, so they kind of condense multiple roles into one. But with big organizations like Microsoft, AWS, Google, these roles are splitted. You have the customer engineer, you have the customer support, the chat and telephone guys. Then you have the customer success manager. These guys are the ones that are kind of in charge of the customer entire relationship, managing the support. So they work with support engineers and all to orchestrate those relationships, to also manage the relationship and to create partnership. Because at the end of the day, the goal of the organization or the expectation that the organization has on you on that particular role is transitioning relationship into partnership, so that there is more opportunity to do upsells, there is more opportunity to bring in more products, more of your company products into the customer space, so that your customer spends more and they are happy to spend. That is one thing. Not just spending, but they are very, very happy to spend because they are spending on you to help them solve their challenges and solve their problem. This is also another matrix. How are you able to transform your customer issues, challenges into an opportunity? So, what are the requirements? What you need to do to be able to land these opportunities? First, it depends on the organization that you are targeting. For example, Microsoft has a typical example. For you to get this kind of role within Microsoft, first of all, you need to be technical, but not like advanced technical. You need to have fundamental understanding in software engineering and then Microsoft product stacks. So you can just go ahead and do the fundamental. Microsoft, I believe they are free. I don't know. I think they are free. They're maybe for students, but you can check it out even if you are not doing the certification. But you can just go through the learning part for Microsoft, especially for Microsoft M365 portfolio and Microsoft security stack. Do them, have the fundamental understanding, and then you can do a hybrid course on Coursera, LinkedIn, or whichever platform that gives you a learning path on customer service account manager, how to succeed as a customer service manager, so that you understand the industry terminologies used within the field, used within the space, so that you understand what the expectation of the role is more, so that you understand how also you should coordinate yourself during the interview. And again, I think most importantly is you will need to also show that you understand industry very well. So regardless of whichever industry, so maybe you could just do your research to understand maybe the financial service industry, the oil and gas industry, government, and NGO, whichever industry you are most interested in, or you can just try to research around all the industry so that you understand how the industry operates, how the customers operate, what are the solutions that they use, how do they work with these OEMs to deliver on their digital products and all that. And once you get that, trust me, you should be able to start landing those opportunities and start applying for those opportunities. In terms of pay, the pay is not that huge, the pay is not that much, but the pay is okay. I think it's on an average for in comparison with, I think I'll probably do put some screenshots on this video to show you what the pay probably might look like. Thank you, and see you on the next one.